That's my second face. It's my beautiful wall. So, my name is Johnny, and it's a pleasure to be here tonight. It's dark here. Excuse me. I love juggling. And yes, juggling saves my life, as it has done for so many. I'm not the first, I'm not the last. And this is what we do. We change lives. "13 years ago, I met a guy. He was so sparkly, so wow, Prince Charming. Okay guys, I'm not gay, no offense to anyone, but I fell in love. I wanted to meet that guy. It was so cool. He had a bike, he had a lot of my stuff, and he seemed so confident. What I didn't know is that he was the devil in disguise. More on that later. I was someone who grew up in a not-so-East family, and I won't say every day was a struggle. It was beautiful. I enjoyed every single day. But somehow there was something missing. I always wondered what it was. It wasn't so obvious for me. Well, more on that later. Come on, that was not a joke. That guy gave me a piece of candy. Oh, come on, I'm trying to tell a story. So that guy gave me a piece of candy, and it was delicious. Okay. Should I put the clown nose again? Yeah? Later. More on that later. I enjoyed it so much. It was a savior. Being so low, feeling even inferior. It changed my life. I was flying high. It was beautiful. But not for long. More on that later. I enjoyed pieces of candy for quite a while. And it went on and on. I was 14 years old. And it was getting darker, but at the same time it was so lit, life was good. But then came a time, next I was wanting more candy, different kinds of candy. It wasn't as easy to get them. Next thing you know, you want even more candy. And before you know it, the shiny, sparkling Prince Charming did not give it for free. You had to do favors, you had to deliver some stuff, you had to be a businessman at 14 years old. And this is when it started being not so nice. We started by a small tour. I woke up every day, he was my new best friend. We went for a ride, for a tour, visited many people. Did many stuff, sold some stuff to some people, took some stuff from other people, and it went on and on. A lot of parties, a lot of having fun at 14, 15 years old. It was awesome. Well, yeah, who wouldn't want that? Party every day and life is good. No school, I had to go to school obviously. Well, why is school good or important? I didn't need that. Or at least I thought. Next thing you know, you're taking a lot of candy, it's happening from one party to another. And next thing you find yourself waking up in the ER after eating a lot of candy. That was not the best feeling in the world. Waking up in a hospital disoriented, not knowing where you were last, no idea what you have been doing, and someone shocks you and tells you that the date was 5 days later from the last time you remember something. Unfortunately, that was not when I quit eating candy. I did not learn my lesson. But it was a shock indeed. What happened was, by the age of 15, 16 perhaps, another Prince Charming, a guy with grey hair, shaded ravens, beautiful. He was passing by the street and we were hanging out on the corner. And he invited us to go into a center. It was a social community center around Snelfi, an area where we used to hang out. Like, we were in Ashrafiyya and he was doing his outreach there. And we were attracted, like, this guy knew what he was talking about. It was as if he read what we need. He knew what we needed. It was awesome. We went there was basketball, football, pool, darts, Beirut, table tennis. It was heaven. Imagine being on candy and playing all these. Oh. Well, yeah, it was awesome. We had somewhere new to go to. That was after my fall the first time. And yeah, I started going there. I started playing some sports. Next thing you know, I was very interested in table tennis. I used to play table tennis. Imagine the sounds. While on candy. Quite nice, but no, not so nice. The story went on, and well, at that time I had reached a point where it was a mix of everything. I'm going to name some stuff here. Whoever doesn't want to hear, block your ears. We used to take cocaine to party for 5-6 days, and then in order to cool down, you would take some heroin, and then you would feel so down, you would take some speed to get up. And last thing I remember from this kind of episodes was being up for 7 days in a row, not being able to sleep, wanting to buy heroin. I toured the whole, I'm not going to say damn city, not being able to find anything. And yeah, like, I can't even describe it now, I cannot even feel it again. Short after that while, a service program came to town. It was by Cirque du Monde. Cirque du Soleil have a social program called Cirque du Monde. And they had a partnership with Arc-en-Ciel for the great benefits that the circus presents. Yeah, why not? People were enrolling, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know about it because I was away from the center for a while. So when I came back, and everybody told me about this, I remembered my childhood when I was sitting in front of the TV and checking out a circus show and saying to myself, I want to be him. The biggest shock was I couldn't get into the program because they had a number of beneficiaries that they should reach, and they had exceeded that and they couldn't enroll anyone. I went to the guy who saved us from the street and I cried. I cried for about an hour before he called the responsible for the circus, and that guy agreed to get me to enroll me into the circus. Well, yeah, imagine a guy who's full of himself. He's done everything. He went, he dealt, whatever, and then crying to get into the circus. This is why the circus saved my life. As I told you, I had quit school. No need for school. I was Pablo Escobar. But when I got into the circus, I found out that I needed a bit more than that. Okay, well, the first day I started learning the circus, I juggled 3 balls the first day. 3 balls. The second day, I did my first juggle tricks. And I was so into it, acrobatics, everything. And that gave me a reason to replace my candy. Why? Because being in the circus and playing around is not enough. You need sobriety, you need to be focused, you need to reach skills that are not reachable if you are just a bit disoriented. And that was the main reason why I said enough. 2 weeks later, from that day when I had that thought, I need more. I didn't take anything anymore. No rehab, no nothing. It's the power of will. When you find something you really love, that's it, it's over. When I was younger, I used to steal car radios in order to make my money to go and get my stuff if I couldn't sell anything. Now I don't need to do that anymore. I don't need the cops to be following me. I don't need to be that guy. I could do so much. I have a $1 million machine right here. You all have it, right? Yeah. You all have it. From being into that, and later into the circus school, it was something more for us. We were unique. We felt unique. There were no circus artists in Lebanon. We barely have any right now. We saw that we needed to do something. Our story, our success story, my success story, and my fellows should not stop there. We need to transcend. We need to deliver all that to everyone. And this is why we created Girges, a social circus that helps everyone, wherever, with no discrimination. Through the circus, we are able to reach the kids who find this work wonderful, who find it very exciting. Who among you has not dreamt of running away with the circus? Have you? Who dreamt of running away? Nobody? Okay, we have registration forms outside. Guys, from the person I was back then, I had quit school. I had no motivation. After being in the circus, I studied physical education at university. Graduated well, did my M1 in sports psychology. Finished that, worked in the circus, tried to change the concept of physical education to include circus arts, to combine arts and physical education together. I started building curricula for that in order to integrate it in official education. And then, because we were working in NGOs, I obviously needed more skills, so I enrolled in a master's in NGO management. That all helps, but what is most important is us, me, and my fellows, being there to support everyone who is in need. And through something very simple. Look how simple it is. Like, it's so simple. Take anything around you, anything. So we have a motto in the circus. The motto is, by having you drop objects, we teach you how to catch them. By having you upside down, we teach you how to stand on your own 2 feet. By having you walk all over people, we teach you how to respect them. And by having you clown around, we teach you how to take yourself seriously. This is the circus, and this is me. And Girges will continue on changing lives. The circus will continue on changing lives. Anyone can do it. We all have great machines. Let's use them.